Stan Gibilisco here from the Nerd Castle penthouse. It's just a brief presentation of a new paradigm that I've thought up. I'm sure that other people have thought up paradigms like this. I call it the GNJW paradigm, which stands for Geek, Nerd, Jock, Wuss. Now, in an earlier video, just a couple of days ago, I expounded at considerable length on the subtle distinctions between geeks and nerds and offered a continuum from G to N that went from G10 to N10 with 0 in the middle. Are you more of a nerd or more of a geek? It's, kind of a subtle distinction, and it really is quite a sophisticated business. But as for whether you're a jock or a wuss or not, I don't think you need me to explain any of those criteria. I think you know whether you're a jock or a wuss or just more or less of a bland neither of the above. However, there are people who are really geeky jocks or jockey geeks, really jockey nerds or nerdy jocks, really wussy nerds or nerdy wusses, and really geeky wusses or wussy geeks. Now, when there is a distinction, by the way. For example, a wussy geek is more geek than wuss, okay? Just like partly cloudy means actually more clear than cloudy, partly cloudy. On the other hand, a geeky wuss is someone who is more wussy than geeky. So, for example, you might evaluate your own geekiness and nerdiness according to the video that I made, Geek versus Nerd. But as for jock versus wuss, I don't really think it takes a heck of a lot for you to figure that out. Now, I classify myself more or less as a Nerd 7. But I vary from depending upon the time of day how jockey and wussy I am. Right now, I'm really wussy. I'm really down there. I'm probably about a W7. So it'd be hard to say whether I'm a nerdy wuss or a wussy nerd. Just about equal measures of the above. But earlier today, when I swam at the Deadwood Recreation Center, people might think of me as somewhat of a jock. Well, actually, I went down to Sturgis today. I was probably, in that particular situation, more like a N3J4. So, you can figure these things out for yourself, depending, I'm sure that you vary all over the spectrum, depending on the time of day, but there's one thing you never want to be. You never want to be a cipher, a naught, a zero. Whatever you are, God help you if you fall into the center of this graph, because it means that you're a nobody. You are a totally normal person. Have you ever known a totally normal person? Didn't you just hate them? Stan Gibilisco signing off for now from the Nerd Castle penthouse. The wussy nerd Castle penthouse, or one might say the nerdy wuss Castle penthouse. So long.